Oh my god, do my hands look fat? I am just looking at them on the screen. Do I have fat hands like the guy in Tom Cruise? What movie was that? He had really fat hands. Is that me? Anyways, whatever. So,
what's up everyone in YouTube land? Today I thought I needed to make a video, and it is like -4 out right now and snowing, and I really don't want to go outside. I'm pretty happy just bunkering in. So I thought a good video today would be over here in my pew pew room, because I can't say that on YouTube now. I don't even know if I can show those in the background, but whatever. Anyways, I just want to go over kind of like my EDC, what I carry on a nearly normal / daily basis. This changes a lot. It's very dynamic, and it doesn't always stand there. So if this doesn't work for you, then feel free to change it up or piss off. I really don't care. This works for me, and I change it up depending on what I need. Now, be warned, this is not a survivalist pack. This is just my everyday carry of things that I use all the time, or that I could use to either help me get back home, get where I'm going, regular things. So this is not a prepper survivalist bag, so keep that in mind, okay? Where's the camera? This means you. This is my EDC backpack. As you can see here, it is a nice 5'11". This is the LVC Covert Carry Pack, 45 liters, and I like this size. It's nice and smooth, flat, doesn't take up much bulk, and I like the fact that it actually has this main pocket up top, because as you load things in, it starts to get kind of like a beer belly, like me. So, and I don't want it matching that, so having it up here allows stuff to kind of build up here, and it still keeps a nice little normal profile. So keep that in mind. This is kind of how I have it currently outfitted, but just a standard black Covert backpack. Alright, first things first, I'm just got the backpack in here. I'm just kind of pull up my stuff, my supplies, show you what they look like. So first off, a water bottle. Yes, it's YETI, I don't care, I just like the look of it, and it's always worked for me. A nice, simple water bottle to drink. And I like this one because it fits in the cup holder of my Jeep and my backpack, so it's not so big. I did have the insulated carry, or the insulated one for a while, but it's quite a bit more weight, and I think I just work fine with this. So, water bottle. Alright. Next thing, you saw the antenna there. Yep, I carry a radio. Now this is a Yaesu VX-6. This is probably one of my favorite go-to. Ooh, you can see everything there. Probably one of my favorite go-to radios. It's submersible. It's their card carry. I have the detachable Nagoya antenna on here. And I have all my local repeaters, weather links, pretty much frequencies that I use. And yes, before anybody asks, I do have my FCC license. Okay, so don't be asking, where's your license? I want to make sure you're on the up and up. Yes, I've got it. Anyway, so yes, a nice radio. I like it. You can use it to communicate. So definitely like to have some communications, and this just chills in the backpack for when or if I ever need it. Boom. Ah! Boom. Boom. Alright. The other thing for communication, and in case I get lost, is a Garmin inReach Mini 2. Now, I did have the original inReach Mini 1, but I got rid of it and got this one simply because this one, if I can get into it, if you can see it there, it is a USB-C, which I don't know why the other one was the micro USB. Nothing that I have is micro USB. The only exception that's odd is that radio, which I do have to carry an adapter for, but I'll get to that later. So definitely some form of communication, SOS button, always very, very nice to have. On top of here, this is one of those little items that I thought was actually going to be kind of gimmicky. It's one of these Gear Aid, what are they called? Carabiner? It's a carabiner? I forgot what it's called. I'll leave the link in the comment below. But I like it because it's a nice, simple carabiner, but it's also a hook. And I didn't think about how much I would use this until I actually got it. I started using it and hanging it on things, and yeah, it's one of those things I didn't think I'd use as much. I thought it was kind of gimmicky until I got it, and now I definitely want to make sure I always have this on my backpack. So,
moving on with the, quote, tech portion of my backpack, I have some Samsung Buds. These are the Buds 3 Pro. I even put them in a nice fancy silicone case to go ahead and keep them charged. But as you can see there, they are pretty nice. I really, really like these. Nice little carabiner on there. I listen to a lot of music if I'm, you know, whatever I'm doing, walking around, cleaning the house. And yes, it's USB-C charged. Put that right there. Next one, moving on, is I have, now don't make fun of me for this one because yes, I do carry it most of the time, and that is my tablet. This is a Samsung S9. Yep, I'm a Samsung Android boy, so all you iPhone people out there, you're wrong. Anyways, I know I'm going to get a lot of stuff in the comments for that one. Anyways, this is just my iPad. I can use it to watch movies, get online. I definitely use it in the Jeep for mapping systems. I use Gaia GPS and Trails Off-Road, so I use this constantly. Whether I go on trips, I use it for either, like I said, mapping, entertainment, whatever I need. If I'm bored, this is what comes in. But John, I say you have all this tech. How do you charge it? Oh, don't you worry, my friend. Boom. Anker. Now, I am a huge Anker fan. I love all of their products. They have always worked. This is and I have several of them too. This is the newest one. This is a 10,000 milliamp hour one. It doesn't have a few of the features that I really like. It doesn't have like just the standard USB-A there. It's all USB-C, but that's fine. That's pretty much what everything I take has. And the nice thing is this one, the cord is actually your lanyard. It hooks on there, nice and secure. You pull it out here, you can charge any of my Samsung, any USB-C device. And this is, what is this rated for? 15 watt? No, I can't remember if it's 15 or, no, it's 30 watts. But it can do super fast charging. So the Samsung devices, it can get up to 80% in like 30 minutes. So very plain Jane display, 98. The other reason I wanted this one over the other ones is the built-in plug charger. Before, with my other one, I always had to carry an extra plug adapter to be able to recharge it, and it was just something extra that I didn't want to carry. So I got this, you plug it in, and don't quote me, but I do believe that this is pass-through charging capable. So you can plug it in, charge it, and still charge up all your other devices. So definitely a big plus. This one I use a lot. But that is the tech portion, I believe. So yeah, let's continue. Next up are going to be my kind of everyday tools. Now, I'm sure a lot of you carry a multi-tool like a Leatherman, and I did for the longest time, and I loved it. But I found myself needing the tools separately, and you can't separate them on a Leatherman. And like the Wave, man, it comes with a lot of knives. It's like, yeah, it's nice to have that many knives, but I really only need one. 2 is none, 1 is none, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Yes, this is just an everyday thing. So I put together this little toolkit, or this little supply of tools that I use every day, or quite a bit, and it's worked out for me quite well. So first thing real quick is just your standard Sharpie. Nothing special, but I use that a lot. A Rite in the Rain pen. This is always nice to have. I've used this several times. Plus, if you're a fidgeter like me, oh yeah, nice and smooth. Plus, you can write underwater, upside down, through grease. I like it. So get it. I don't care. Obviously, next you are gonna have to have a knife. Ooh, I hope that YouTube doesn't count this as a weapon. Okay, I like this one. I like Benchmade. I like the butterfly. This is the Benchmade. This is just the black Benchmade Bugout. And yes, I keep it nice and sharp with honing thing. Some sharpening tools. I do not keep it razor hair popping sharp because I feel that gets dulled when you use it, when you're actually using it a lot. It dulls too quickly. So I just keep it at a nice sharp. It can smoothly cut paper. I like this one because it's light, easy to carry, and if it's not in my backpack, it's in my pocket. All right, so we got that. All right, next thing is a screwdriver. And I was kind of a dork. I looked a lot for a screwdriver that I really liked. And this one it's stupid expensive. It's probably not worth the money that it is, but it fits the niche criteria that I want for the size, durability, and where I want it to go. So I got it. And this is the Snap-on Mini
screwdriver. And I like this one simply because it doesn't use proprietary bits. It uses just standard 1/4 inch bit. I think those are 1/4 inch bits. Comes with a flippable Phillips and flat. Boom. So I can just push it around, and this thing can actually take some torque. You're not gonna really bend this out. Plus it's like a cool red color and it feels good in the hand. So having a screwdriver. Next is, in lieu of pliers or the Leatherman, I actually went with Knipex. And yes, from what I've heard, that's how you pronounce it, Knipex. And I went with their mini micro baby pliers there. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. The pliers, these little, these adjustable wrench ones. I love them because they go blah, 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 blah. But they can really open up wide. You can't really see it on here, but the tolerance at the tip there is very, very nice. So, I mean, these really can be used as tweezers in a pinch. I've used it before to get splinters out, little tiny things. I have, just for comfort, put some, was that heat shrink on there? You can see that, just kind of give it a little more professional look, something a little nicer hand feel. Hand feel. So I use these quite a bit, and it's nice to have these items separate, because if I need to hold like the end of a screw or screw a bolt and screw something in, I need to hold it on the other side. I can actually do the separate things that I couldn't do with the Leatherman. So that's why I like these guys. Boom. And then last but certainly not least, or at least for this part, is a standard Bic lighter. Nothing special. Now, if I find something special and super cool, I will probably overspend and buy it because I love overbuilt stuff, but this has worked just fine. So just a standard Bic lighter. That's it. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. I bet you're right now saying, but John, where's your flashlight? How do you see at night? Well, let me tell you. I'll show you. When I need to get around at night, this is what I use. This is the PVS-14. It's very concealable. You can put this in your backpack. It basically gives you a damn superpower. So, you don't, I'm just kidding. I don't carry this. I don't carry a normal torch for you European fellows, or a normal flashlight. I found that I can get a little more utility out of a headlamp. I can use it as a little handheld thing, but to be able to have my hands free and walk around, I find this far more useful than any normal flashlight I've ever carried in my pocket. Well, I have a little micro one for my pocket, but for the backpack, this is the one. Now, this is a Nitecore. This model is the NU33. It is USB-C rechargeable, which is what you want. And it's got the flood and the beam pattern on it. So this I use quite a bit. This is actually in its own separate larger pocket because I grab it so much to use. So that is my light solution flashlight, and it works great. Okay. This last item is something that I don't think a lot of people think of, and I just find myself needing it more and more. And then once I put it in my backpack, I'm just using it all the time. And that's basically, it's nothing super tactical. It's literally a bag. Literally, it's a black shopping bag made out of some sort of canvas, polyurethane, I don't know. You can see right there, some sort of pretty tough material. They're just recyclable shopping bags, basically, you can get on Amazon. But John, why did you get this? Well, let me tell you, because so many times I found myself either moving back and forth from the Jeep several times, bringing stuff back. That's like, I don't want to just, it's not going to stay in my backpack. I like food, water, snacks, going to the beach. You can put your towels, everything in here. I can take this out of my backpack, put this on, and just use it as like a large dump bag. Even when I'm going camping, or if I'm just going to go out for the day. Believe it or not, I actually have one of these in my fridge so I don't lose it, so I can just pull it out of the fridge, put all my snacks, drinks, beverages in there, and then walk out to the Jeep. And it's very, very convenient. It's not something that you would really think of to just buy an ordinary grocery bag, but I keep it crumpled up, very, very lightweight in the backpack, and I use it all the time, guys. So think about it. I like it, and so may you. Moving on to medical, first aid / trauma stuff. This is very important.
Trauma is not something that you should be messing around with. So if you need to take a class, first aid class, do it before you start carrying any of the cool tactical trauma stuff, okay? But this is what I carry in my personalized little kind of IFAK but trauma kit, okay? Now you're going to be thinking a lot of other stuff can go in here, and that's true, but remember, I am an ER nurse of almost 10 years, and I'll tell you right now, this is pretty much what I have used on a daily basis, especially for the layperson. So if you want to add more, go for it. I like this. This is just a nice little thing that I put together. Very, very stupidly simple. I've used an LOKSAK. This is what I like. It said sack. Anyways, but this is double sealed. It's actually waterproof, okay? Now in here, you have combat gauze or any other type of hemostatic dressing will work. I like this because it's just a nice, simple 3x4 yard one, packed up, ready to go. I just pull it out and it's good to go. In the back here, I have a SWAT. What is this? One of those, the rubber tourniquets. I forgot what it's called. I'll leave the link down in the description. Now, I'll tell you right now, I know a lot of people are going to have some issues with this. It is not the greatest tourniquet in the world, that's for sure. But what it is it's thin, flexible, and lightweight. So, which means that I will actually carry it with me. And it's also dual purpose because not only can it be used as a tourniquet, but it can also be used as a pressure dressing. So instead of in lieu of carrying like an Israeli dressing, I have the combat gauze, hemostatic dressing. Then I have a roll gauze in there. And then I can wrap this up to make a pressure dressing. And then, of course, gloves of your favorite flavor or style. I would say nine times out of 10, this is what you're going to actually be using in an emergency. It's always going to be the bleed that really kills people first, okay? Especially if they need trauma or whatnot. Now, yes, I know a lot of people are going to have problems with this. You need to add this. You're missing that, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Put it in there. But minimal, light, I can do most things with this. So I'll leave that there. Okay. Next is not so much trauma stuff, but just everyday first aid things. Okay. So I have another little bag here that I got off of Amazon. This little bag here, and this contains all of my secrets. Okay. No, not really. All right. So I basically just have a nice little organized pouch that I can keep everything in. Moleskin for blisters. Steri Strips for minor wounds. Okay, there. A clean wet wipe, just ever in case I need it. Some alcohol swabs. Those are always nice to have. I found these little cool tweezers online on Amazon, and I like them. They're super small, tiny, and they work because not everything has to be massive, ladies. You know, tiny stuff can get the job done too, but anyways. Okay, ooh, another wet wipe. And then just some Band-Aids. I think I've used a few in here, but yeah, just throw in a couple, handful, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Just enough to get by if I get a boo-boo or whatever. Okay, so that is what is in that. Now, this next item is arguably the most important thing that a man can carry. More so than a trauma kit, more so than any of your technology. This one simple thing is what you need to carry, okay? It is a beard comb. Yes, for you fine gentlemen that are rocking the beard that is always in style and need to look dapper for all the ladies, or fellas if that's your flavor, I don't know. A nice little beard comb. Plus, it's kind of like therapeutic, so definitely not needed, but I enjoy having it, so I carry it in there. It's nice and small. Okay. Now, when it comes to toenails, fingernails, just a standard little clipper, little tiny guy. Once again, does the job. Don't need the big stuff. Just little tiny things that I can carry with me every day that work. Moving on to now medications type things, okay? One, I always like to have some chapstick with me because my lips get chapped. So there's that. Always need some eye drops. Allergies I have. And this is a big one. I'm actually probably addicted to it because of my allergies and blah, 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 blah. Nasal spray. I'm sure you've heard me in my videos sniff all the time, and yeah. So nasal spray. And yes, I know you're not supposed to use it all the time. It can cause paradoxical reactions and cause nose bleeding. And yes, it's happened, and I got to go easy on it, but That's me. Now, this is how I organize any everyday medications that I have to carry, okay? I found this cool little, not really a tackle box, it's just like a little container. Now, this is how I carry all of my medications, okay? I have some personal medications, but I have pseudoephedrine, Zofran, carry a lot of Tylenol, Benadryl, just different things that can actually help me quite a bit when you're on a trip. And I like this because it's nice and organized. You have all your little capacities, you can just open them up right here, put whatever you need in there, fill it up. And this works very well, and I have already been made fun of for this, for like how over-organized I am. Like, oh my god, it's so cute. I'm like, well, it works for me, so keep them nice and neat, protected. If I drop them, I'm not spilling them everywhere. If I open one up while I'm driving and need something and it spills, I'm only losing the one instead of everything. So that is how I care for my medications. So, right there. So that is the medications, first aid, trauma portion of my backpack that I carry all the time. In conclusion, this is pretty much what I carry on a nearly daily basis. It actually doesn't weigh too much, or at least I don't feel it on my shoulders or backpack. Now, obviously I may add or take away things. I don't always carry the tablet there, but I usually do always have, at minimum, everything else, and I go through a lot of water too. So, tell me what you think. Put your likes in the comments there. If you don't like it, whatever, I don't care. Change it up. Let me know what you would change, what you would add, maybe what you do. Okay? All the cool stuff, alright? I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Deuces. Remember, John says only you can prevent being a dumbass while you're out by yourself. Remember that.